What's up guys, KingLucky sent over their little M33 microphone set, so let's check it out. Comes in this really nice little carrying case, and you also get some pretty dope accessories with it. So we're just going to pull all of these out right here so you can see them. So first off, you do obviously have a nice carrying case for the microphones and one of the receivers. It has a spot for this little lanyard that comes with it, so you can like put it on your wrist if you want to wear it around, which is pretty sweet. We pop that open, we got two microphones and then one of the receivers, and this thing actually comes with two receivers. We get one for lightning, and then we also get one with USB-C, as you can see right there. And so whichever one you want to use on your phone, if you have an iPhone, you can obviously put the one with the little lightning adapter in there just like that, or if you have a phone that takes USB-C, you can just put that right in there as well, which I think is really cool. So you can always have the one for your phone in here at all times ready to go. The actual case charges USB-C, which is really nice, and it does come with a little USB-C cable, and it overall feels pretty solid. It's nice and magnetic, so they're not just going to fall out. As you can see, if you throw them in there, they are in there pretty well, which is awesome. Now, one of the biggest selling points of these is how tiny these microphones are. Like, look at that. That thing is teeny. You have that clipped to your shirt, it's just basically going to blend in, which is really sweet. You've got a little button right on the side, so that turns it on and off and even switches through some of the different voice effects, which we'll show in a minute. Then the actual little adapter piece as well has a button on the side to turn it on. It also has a USB-C port right on the bottom. Both of them do. So if you want to charge these individually, you can as well. Mics also have a little clip on the back, so you can clip this to your shirt, which is what we're going to do right here. I have it right there on my shirt, and we're just going to plug it into the phone and see how it sounds. All right, and now we switched over to these little mics. I mean, this thing is teeny. You can barely see it. I mean, very incognito if you're trying to record audio without being like super in your face, you know what I mean? It sounds decent for what it is. One thing I did notice is it picks up sound really easily, almost like the gain is set really high. So if I like move it towards my mouth and just start talking into it, it probably peaked right there. I could be wrong, but from what it was when I was testing it, it seems to be really, really sensitive. So you don't even really got to talk that loud and it might sound super loud. But hopefully this sounds pretty good. Testing, 1, 2, 3. If we click the button on the side of the little mic, it'll enable noise cancellation. And it has 2 levels to this. So I think this is level 1. We click it again, it'll blink once. And now we're on level 2 noise cancellation. So if you have a lot of noise going on in the background, this will cut some of that out. And then if we click it again, it'll turn blue. And now it turned back off. So this is what it sounds like that. The actual little receiver, we can press that button to enable the voice effects.
So it blinked, and now we should have like a really deep voice like effect. It's kind of cool. And then
if we click it again, it goes into this really high pitched, almost like chipmunk effect, I guess, which is kind of funny. And then if we click it one last
time, it turns it off, and now we're back to our regular sounding self. So pretty sweet if you have like some kids who want to record some videos, they want to add like some effects right as they're recording. It's a cool little feature they have built right in. And then as far as range goes, it should sound pretty consistent, even though I'm all the way back here on the back of the wall, over here. So for range, pretty solid, pretty right on, especially if you don't want to have the mic right in front of your face. It'll work pretty well wherever you're at. The batteries on these should last about 15 to 30 hours from what they say, and if you keep this thing charged, you always put them back in here, it can probably last you longer than that, especially if you're not using it all the time. So battery life on these, really solid. And of course, one of my favorite features, you don't actually have to unplug the receiver to hear the audio that you recorded on your phone. You can keep it in there, play the video, it'll come out of your speakers, which I think is really sweet. A lot of microphones, you have to unplug the receiver from your phone just to hear the recording, whereas with this, you don't have to. It just makes that a lot easier. So yeah, if you guys are trying to get a nice little budget mic, check this one out. I actually think it sounds pretty solid compared to other ones I've tested before. And of course, this thing is really tiny, so it barely, even looks like it's there. It kind of blends in really well. It's not an eyesore. And it does sound pretty solid in my opinion. So definitely check them out if you guys are looking for a nice little mic.